I saw this video enter into my YouTube feed earlier this morning. The Next Generation Light Yagami. And soon as I saw this title, I saw the thumbnail associated with it, I was like, you know what, I'll bite. I'll click on it, let's see what it's about. Because the first thing I thought when I saw this title, I was like, no way. Light Yagami and Aqua are no way similar. They're completely two sides of the spectrum of just characters, and even going down the path of evil, so to speak. They are completely different, and there is literally nothing similar to that. But I am not an individual that wants to solely judge a video, especially a video that is 16 minutes long, solely on the thumbnail and title. Because at the end of the day, as a content creator, I think I could definitely say this, it's a part of YouTube culture to clickbait, and I think everybody knows this. Anyone that looks at this title, and they look at the video thumbnail, etc., it was clickbait to click on the video. And as much as people hate clickbait and just absolutely despise it with a passion, it's still around because it works. And obviously me even talking about this, seeing this enter into my YouTube feed, shows that people are clicking on the video and talking about it, and it's getting people either happy, enraged, whatever type of topic the video is, getting clicks. So the clickbait obviously did work. And so that is one of the big reasons why people, YouTubers, even myself, do stuff like this. And hell, I'm willing to bet you this video is probably going to be something titled very similar. It's going to be probably called The Next Generation Light Yagami. I'll probably do the exact same title because obviously it's a pretty good title. And it definitely gets people interested, either saying it's a bad take, good take, whatever. It works. And I want to talk about this, and I want to say that I don't think Aqua is like Yagami, like the next generation or whatever. I don't believe that. And I know many people are going to look at my video just like they looked at this video and probably think the exact same thing. They're probably going to say, oh, so Chibi thinks that Light Yagami is, similar to Aqua. They're completely separate. I know there's going to be people that's just going to look at my thumbnail, they're going to look at the title, and then they're going to be saying I said so-and-so when I meant the exact opposite. So, yeah, I wanted to bet you it's going to happen. But anyways, I'm putting the cart before the horse. The point is that I decided to bite, because I wanted to watch this video to see exactly what points that this content creator brought up about this apparent take. For instance, Light Yagami being very similar to Aqua. I was curious. Even though I don't believe they're similar at all, I was still interested, because if there's one thing I've always made very fundamentally clear as a content creator, especially someone that talks about anime and manga, I love opinions and discussion of anime. Even if they're not good takes, they're bad takes, whatever, I want to hear those takes, because I think they're interesting, seeing just the topic around this stuff, and seeing how people feel, or their overall impressions of what they got when they sat down and read or watched something. So I was curious. So, like I said, I sat down and I watched the full 16 minutes of this video. And I'm just gonna say, I want to just straight up say it, this is a good video. Like, it is. It's a legitimately good video. And if the content creator of this video, actually somehow manages to find this video I am making of, this topic, I'm just gonna say shoutouts to you. You legit made a very good video. I love the editing. I love everything what you did with the comedy you threw in. And I think even as the title and thumbnail, you did a good job. You're using the YouTube system in the proper way. I mean, I know people hate it. They're gonna completely despise it. But at the end of the day, clickbait works. Clear as day, it proves itself. So, legit good video. I'm just gonna say, really good points, and I love overall what you did and said about Oshinoko. But okay, let's get in depth. So, obviously, while I was watching this video, I was just really enjoying the fact that this individual was talking about how they felt about Oshinoko's episode 1 as an anime only. Because this is an anime only's overall first impressions of the series. Obviously, let's not lie, Oshinoko is become very popular. People absolutely love Oshinoko. It is, I think, still the #1 on my anime list. I know, technically, as much as I love Oshinoko, it shouldn't be the #1 anime. It shows, once again, the faults of Mao. But anyways, I'm not getting back into that one. But the point is that Oshinoko has reached a really high bit of popularity. It's very popular right now. Everybody's talking about it, and a lot of people that just don't care about idols are talking about it, because when they first look at, like, Oshinoko, and even this content creator himself, he talks about, it's like, when he heard about Oshinoko, it just looked like an idol show. That's exactly what it looked like, and he's just like, why are people hyping this up over, like, Bleach, Jujutsu Kaisen, all this, and it makes a lot of sense why someone would come to that opinion. It's just an idol show. That's exactly what you would assume. It's an idol show with maybe some good music. That's about it. And it's just like, what's really going on here? And I think that I really love the transparency and the overall honesty of this content creator for even saying that in the first place. Because it is true. That is going to be people's general impression. Love it or hate it, that is what a lot of people are going to think. Truth. And so, when I got to see that reaction, and then, you know, breaking down all the characters, etc., I was like, yeah, this is pretty nice. He has a really good impression overall the series of what's kind of going on, and I was waiting for the ball to drop. I was waiting for the overall comment on, you know, Light Yagami and Aqua comparison. I legit was waiting for that topic to come up in this video, but it did not happen. Like, there was some hints at that throughout different points of the video, and then there was even, you know, some Death Note music used at the end of the video to kind of hint at the fact of what he felt or how he felt about Aqua. But overall, he never downright stated the next generation like Yagami is Aqua. And so, once again, goes back to the title. Really good clickbait title, by the way. Legitimately good. I do respect it. But, there was no comment on that. But I do think it is a fascinating topic. So let's just dive into that now. So basically, Light Yagami and Aqua. Is Aqua the new generation or the next generation Light Yagami? Is he really? I'm just gonna give a short answer real quick. No, he's not. He's completely not. And the reason for that is they're completely two different sides of evil. If we're wanting to even classify Aqua as evil, and let me explain. So, Light, spoilers by the way for Death Note, I mean, it's so old, but still, spoilers. Light Yagami, he had a god complex. He was basically a pretty boy, perfect boy, had a good life, had a good degree, had a good future set ahead of him, good family, so to speak, but eventually, you know, he got the Death Note, he got a sense of power, he wanted to get rid of criminals, villains, etc., just cleanse the world by killing them with the Death Note. And because of this slow descent, he pretty much had a god complex. He had a legitimate god complex, but then we saw at the end of the story, you know, he floundered around, he showed his true colors, he's kind of a coward and all that, the way he ran away and etc. It was very clear that, you know, Light was just a kid that was just very selfish and had a god complex. That's about it. He's evil. Just straight evil. That's exactly what he was. While you look at Aqua as a character and what you see demonstrated in the first episode, and I want to clarify, since technically the content creator of this video just talks about the first episode, I'm only going to talk about content that happened within the first episode to kind of establish why someone would feel like Aqua is like Light Yagami, okay? I want to clarify that. I'm not going to bring up elements of episode 2. But anyways, the point is that, Aqua, we see early on in the story, he gets killed. He straight up dies. And, you know, this is a kid that has to experience a lot of emotional trauma, a lot. Like, he got killed in his original body, and then you see the mother figure I die at the end of the episode, and it's just like, holy crap, you know, Aqua's dealing with a lot. And regardless of age, you could be a 5-year-old, 10-year-old, a 40-year-old, an 80-year-old. When you have multiple experiences kind of like that, that's going to potentially cause some PTSD and scar you. And so it makes a lot of sense why overall Aqua's, you know, impression on people, especially anime-onlys, they would assume because of the ending sequence with the man goes like, his eyes change, he seems a little bit more revenge-driven, people would assume that he's going to do anything it takes to be able to get vengeance against the one that wronged him and his family. It makes a lot of sense why people would come to that conclusion. But at the same time, even though if we were wanting to go on that path and say that Aqua as a character, just looking at just the first episode alone without any prior knowledge, that he is potentially willing to, let's say, kill people within the industry to get to the person that, you know, harmed I and him, etc., even if he's willing to do that, it is completely different than what Light Yagami believed in. Because Light Yagami, yes, was punishing criminals and stuff, but he legitimately had a god complex. He was just doing it because he wanted to be God. That was his goal, so to speak. But let's just say Aqua, you know, gets a lot of power, he moves up into the industry, becomes one of the best professional actors the world has ever seen within the story. He's not necessarily wanting to be an actor because he wants to be an actor. He's being an actor just because, you know, he wants a means to get to what he wants. And, you know, people's impressions of that might be like the ends justify the means. If he has to kill like 100 people to get to the person that killed I, you know, maybe he will do that. That's what people could easily assume from, you know, the first episode. If you're an anime only. Seriously. That definitely could be a legitimate, valid overall impression of his character. But at the same time, once again, it separates him from Light, because once again, Light was selfish and he just wanted the power. Well, Aqua doesn't want just power, he wants to get vengeance. And then once he gets vengeance, he's probably done. He just doesn't care anymore. That's about it. His life goal is done. And so that is a big difference. There is some selfishness between the two characters, but there are very different aspects of it. And I don't think there really is necessarily any comparison between the two, besides them obviously trying to seek justice against villains, so to speak. But obviously, there's just completely different approaches in terms of character writing. So, yeah, it's a fascinating topic, and once again, no dislike towards the video. I think this is legitimately an amazing video that was made. I actually really like this review. Go give this man a like. I legit, here, let me leave a like on this video too. It's good. It's a really good video, and it did bring up a really good topic. I know people won't like the topic, but it is pretty interesting, because we're gonna have takes like this when anything comes out for a very popular series. But I guess I'm gonna leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you so much. If you enjoyed this video, do leave me a like. It does help me out a lot. And with that, be safe, stay healthy. Chibi out.